Well, a new year, a new head coach, but the same old dysfunctional Man United. But this time, there's really no one to blame. Because in the Amorim period was assigned by the hands of Sir Jim and his new recruit team, ever under a long indecisiveness, we see both on Ten Hag and Amorim, whereby Man United poured out heavy costing by firing the manager slash head coach. With Darren Fletcher on the whole string, steady the failing ship, there was heavy rumour of Man United seeking for the new interim coach until the end of the season, but was hovering between the former coaches like Ole and Carrick, with the latter seems much closer to become the interim. But both of them whom they brought Man United to a several level of success short and long term, yet the biggest question was since Man United right now plays 7 and is actively wanting to climb into the Champions League status, who will be the right person to lead the team? Also in this video, we'll look between the both Man United legend and their coaching careers. In case you didn't know, what is up ladies and gentlemen, I'm Marvin, codename CM. Welcome to the Code United channel once again. If you in any shape or form stumble into this channel and somehow someway like this kind of content, do please like, share and subscribe to this channel, as each of your potential subscription will be the maximum motivation for me to upload new content. And don't forget to ring the notification bell for every new upload. With that said, let's get straight into the video. Starting with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the Norwegian former Man United legend as a player was widely known for many things, but often recognized as the most efficient scorer, particularly from the bench, where he had the knack to score important goals late into the game. Thus the term super sub was strongly associated with him. Some of the well-known examples are scoring 4 goals in the 8-1 victory against Nottingham Forest, the final ditch effort tackle against Newcastle, showing his willingness to sacrifice for the team, as the most known the winner against Bayern Munich in the Champions League final that secured the treble. But after his retirement in 2008, the babyface assassin moved to the management, vowed to be the manager of football club, and he started his managerial career with the Man United reserve and gradually moving the managerial ranks with his hometown club of Norwegian club Molde, where he found a certain level of success within the Norwegian Football Club for the third time in the club history, at the same time secured the 14-15 Europa League qualifiers. But on the 2nd of January 2014, Solskjaer was announced as the manager of Cardiff City, but his tenure with the Wales club was short-lived due to a string of poor results, as Cardiff finished on 20th, collecting only 7 wins and 30 points. Ole departed on the 18th of September 2014, following Cardiff's poor run of form and the starting of the Champions League campaign. Returning back to Molde is where he further bring the club into higher places. In the 2018 season, Ole led the Molde finish the league in the 2nd place, 5 points behind the winner Rosenborg, including leading his side to undefeated for the rest of the season, winning 8 out of 10 of them, while his best win in the run including against title challenger Rosenborg. When the Man United appointed Solskjaer as a caretaker manager on the 19th December 2018, taking over from Jose Mourinho for the rest of the 18-19 season, and Ole's caretaker period was widely praised and entertained, involving winning 14 out of 19 matches, and the most notable a 3-1 win turnaround against PSG with Marcus Rashford's last-minute penalty helped Man United qualify to the next round. This round of form and a strong appreciation from the fans have only gotten a permanent role with Man United. However, the permanent role did not make Man United continue the form, in fact went on a terrible run due to the fatigue and old habit arise, make Ole admitted works need to be done. Moving on to Ole and Man United, they input much investment, including getting several top names like Rafael Varane, Cristiano Ronaldo, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Harry Maguire, but the name eventually went into the record books as the most successful transfer is none other than Bruno Fernandes. The Portuguese and playmaker single-handedly carried Man United into prominence through his goal, assists, and overall world-class versatility. This following period see Man United easily the most exciting and goal-scoring season, utilizing the pace of Rashford, Greenwood, and Martial, combining the passing of Pogba and Bruno. Man United see themselves having the best vibes for the past years, despite the fun-loving positive environment provided from Ole and Man United. They enjoyed their best season in the 2021 season, where they finished 2nd behind Man City in the Premier League and held to the runner-ups in the Europa League final under the penalty shootout. Coming to last season, in spite of obtaining another level of reinforcement, past the early stage of the season, Man United having 13 out of their opening 5 games. Under Solskjaer on the 19th September, Ronaldo and Jesse Lingard scored the goals in the Man United 2-1 wins over West Ham United. This sets the record for the unbeaten in 29 away games in the Premier League. But from there, it's just chaotic and downhill like steep downfall. Man United having strings of unbelievable poor results like losing 4-2 to Leicester, 5-0 to the arch-rival Liverpool, and a final in the coffin 4-1 to Watford, plus the continuous toxicity in the locker room eventually sealed the fate for Ole's tenure with Man United. Coincidentally, he was succeeding by Carrick as a caretaker after his departure. Ole, the next decision was to the Turkish League of Besiktas after 3 years without any managerial role. A familiar route with United, Ole's first 6 months with Besiktas proved to be a positive, as he guided his team to 8 wins and 1 draw in the first 12 games, a cumulative in a victory that Besiktas Galatasaray derby, where his side secured a 2-1 wins over the undefeated Super League leaders of Galatasaray. But the tenure was also short-lived. Just months later, Solskjaer was sacked following his side defeat at home to the Swiss side in the UEFA Conference League playoff round, and having already knocked out of UEFA Europa League during the qualifyings, leaving the club with no European football for the season. As for Michael Carrick, another former Man United legend, as a player he had probably a polar opposite with Ole, as Carrick as a footballer himself viewed to be the most overlooked player of all time. Given Carrick as a holding midfielder thrived to be the puppet master responsible in controlling the pace of the game through short and long passing, even constantly patient recycling possession if needed. But this style of play made him quote boring and unassuming to watch because the lack of pace, all action and the typical eye-catching ball-winning sequence happens. But for Carrick playstyle nowadays have been increasingly appreciated credit from Rodri's amazing display how a top-level holding midfielder was a key aspect for a team to succeed. A decade after Ole's retirement, Carrick hung up his boot as he remained at Man United after retirement, having been handed a position on the Jose Mourinho coaching staff along with the new appointee of Kieran McKenna. Carrick in his coaching career twice being named as an active caretaker for the club. First after Mourinho was sacked by United on the 18th December 2018, following an indifferent first half on the season, but he did not handle any match due to Ole's appointment as an interim coach. For the second time on the 21st November 2021, after Ole Gunnar Solskjaer left his role as a manager, Carrick was named as the caretaker manager. This time around, he managed a total of 3 matches with 2 wins and 1 draw. The 2 wins came from winning against Villarreal in the Champions League and Arsenal in the Premier League, and the draw was against Chelsea. However, his tenure as a caretaker stopped there as he stepped down as the first team coach and left Man United with an immediate effect shortly after the appointment of Ralf Rangnick as an interim manager, who goes on to remain in the role for the rest of the season. This also created a meme that Carrick is the sole manager to have been unbeaten record in Man United managerial career. On the 24th October 2022, Carrick was appointed as the head coach of the Championship Cup Middlesbrough, while Middlesbrough were the 21st in the championship at that time his appointment, with 70 points from 16 games played, 1 point above relegation zone. Well, despite that, taking the lead, Middlesbrough lost Carrick's first game in charge 2-1 away to Preston North End on the 29th October, while Carrick won the 16th out of his first 23rd 3 Middlesbrough games at the club beginning to climb the table. On the 7th of December 2022, Carrick was nominated for the EFL Championship Manager of the Month award for November as his first calendar month in charge. With 10 points from 4 matches, scoring 13 goals along the way, saw him win the award for the March of 2023. But after guiding his side to the 4th place finish, Middlesbrough lost in the playoff semi-finals to Coventry City. But in his second season with Borough, Carrick guided Middlesbrough to the semi-finals of the EFL Cups for the first time since 2004. Middlesbrough won the first leg against Chelsea but lost to 6-1 in the return fixture. On the 4th of June 2025, after Middlesbrough finished 10th in the championship, they sacked the former Man United and Tottenham midfielder after he failed to guide them to the championship playoff place. On the comparison between Carrick and Ole as the managerial style, as Man United fans, Ole's style has been well documented. No tactics or vibe, heavy reliance on the brilliance of the players themselves. Besides his tactics involving a lot of counter-attacking football, while against top teams or teams wanted high possession, the tactics can see as a mid-tier teams and are not sustainable. Hence why in the latter part of his tenure, the team started to figure out tactics and Man United find it difficult to break the teams. Despite that, Ole did have the ability to work and a squad available for him. While as for Carrick, a midfielder and a controlling by heart, his tactics revolve around fluid and possession heavy, a familiar taste on the possession team whereby their most crucial position is none other the holding midfielder, where almost everything runs through them. Hence with Carrick is not really yet to fully insert his style into Man United, where Ole has shown his capability, but report he wanted to unwrite his latest tenure. While both of them will have a fair share of pages on their coaching, yet we are unsure who really will withstand the rest of the season. That's the end of the video. What do you guys think? Do you feel if Man United should go for either Carrick or Ole as an interim coach, or we should stick to Fletcher instead? Comment down below so we can have a discussion. Hope you all enjoyed this video. I'll see you all in the next one.